From chaos to creation, discovering purpose in Genesis 1. In the opening verses of Genesis, we are ushered into a world shrouded in formlessness and shadow. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Genesis 1, 1-2. Yet from this cosmic chaos, something extraordinary emerges. Order, beauty, and life. This isn't just a story about the beginning of the universe. It's a mirror held up to our lives. It's a divine blueprint showing us how to navigate confusion, how to create from what appears barren, and how to recognize the sacred rhythm embedded in all existence. Finding purpose in the void. Life can often feel like that formless void, a swirl of uncertainty, fear, and questions. We face seasons where everything seems dark and empty. But Genesis reminds us that even in the deepest chaos, the Spirit of God is present, hovering, waiting to bring form to the formless and light to the darkness. Just as God declared, "Let there be light," we too are invited to speak light into our situations. What darkness are you facing? What confusion weighs on your heart? Perhaps that void is not a sign of absence, but a canvas for new beginnings. Even your uncertainties carry the seeds of divine potential. Creation as a process, not an instant. God didn't create the world in one moment. It was a process, unfolding day by day, step by step. Each day in the creation account carries purpose and progression. Day 1, light and darkness. God separates light from darkness, introducing the concept of contrast. In our lives, clarity often comes through contrast. Pain makes joy more precious. Waiting deepens appreciation. Both light and shadow shape us. Day 2, sky and waters. God forms boundaries. There's power in setting limits, in distinguishing what to hold close and what to release. Emotional and spiritual health often begins with healthy boundaries. Day 3, land and vegetation. From dry land comes lush growth. Productivity blooms when we are rooted in the right place. What spiritual soil are you planted in? Days 4-6, life in abundance. The world bursts with motion. Sun, moon, stars, birds, fish, animals. Life isn't stagnant. Growth is dynamic and often begins small. Never underestimate the significance of small beginnings. Every mighty oak began as a seed. Each day, God pauses and declares, "It is good." Imagine if you did the same. What if you looked at your progress, imperfect but intentional, and said, "This is good"? What if you honored your efforts instead of belittling them? The image of the Creator in you then, a divine turning point. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Genesis 1:26. You were created on purpose, with purpose. You carry the imprint of the Creator. That means your creativity, compassion, and vision aren't accidental. They're sacred tools. You are a steward of this world, entrusted with the responsibility to care, build, and bless. What are you doing with what God has placed in your hands? Whether you paint, write, lead, teach, or nurture, your gifts are your means of partnering with God in creation. Through them, you bring more light, more beauty, more life into the world. The power of sacred rest. On the seventh day, God rested, not because he was tired, but because rest is holy. In a culture driven by hustle and never-ending productivity, Genesis calls us back to sacred rhythms. Rest isn't laziness, it's a declaration of trust. It's saying, I don't have to do it all today. I am enough. The work is enough. God is enough. What might you hear in the stillness if you allowed yourself to pause? What healing, clarity, or peace might rise in the quiet? A divine invitation. Genesis 1 is more than ancient history. It's a living invitation. You are a co-creator in this life. With every decision, every act of kindness, every dream pursued, you are shaping something beautiful. Build with intention. Embrace the process. Speak light into the darkness. Rest when the time is right. And when you feel small, remember, the same God who painted galaxies into the heavens molded you with his hands and called you very good. No matter what stage of creation you're in, whether you're staring into the void, planting seeds, or resting after the work, know this: the process is sacred. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are becoming. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. Genesis 1:31. You are part of that very good. Now go, create with courage, live with purpose, rest with peace. there's a universe of potential waiting within.